Well, good morning. Christine is more than a colleague. She's been a good friend, and our family's been good friends for decades. You know, we had a chat about a month ago, and Christine has chosen to move on, and what an incredible person Christine is. From the day we got elected, she's been shoulder to shoulder with me, side by side. We've been connected at the hip for the last 2 years throughout this pandemic, and I couldn't ask for a better person, a better friend, a leader, someone with integrity, and just an honest person. She's worked 16 years for the people of Ontario, and as I mentioned to Christine, we'll always be best friends and always be there. I've always taken her advice, and just so grateful. But let's put the pandemic to the side. There's so many other things Christine did to change the healthcare system, the roadmap, the wellness, reform of Ontario Health. The list is absolutely endless. And again, I'm just so grateful. And to Galen and John and Quinn, her boys, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for sharing your mom with us, especially the last 2 years been quite challenging for you. But I can always tell you, I'll always be there for you, Christine, and the three boys, and just goes all the way back to Christine's late husband, Jim, that was a seatmate of my dad's down at Queen's Park. And our friendship goes deep. And I'll always be there and ready to pick up the phone and ask for Christine's advice as we continue on. And I'm very grateful that Christine's going to stay on to the election and help us go through this pandemic as we're coming out of it slowly. So, Christine, thank you. I'm sad in one way, but I'm happy for Christine as well. But friendship means more than anything to both of us. So, thank you, Christine, for serving, and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Premier, for your very kind words. Thank you. And for also giving me the opportunity to have served the people of Ontario as Minister of Health for these last 4 years. It has truly been an honor and a very great privilege, especially during a pandemic. It has been wonderful working with all of the people I have, and I have a lot of thank yous. Thank you to you, Premier. Thank you also to the people of Newmarket Aurora, the wonderful community that elected me to serve at Queen's Park as a representative. Again, it has been an honor and a privilege, and there is another wonderful candidate, Don Gallagher Murphy, who has been my community office manager for the past 4 years, who is going to serve as your PC candidate in Newmarket Aurora, and I know that she will serve you well, and I stand behind her completely. I also want to thank the people at my community office, my team there. They have done extraordinary work, especially over the past 2 years, since I haven't been able to be there as often as I would have liked. And thank you as well to the amazing team that I work with at Queen's Park, to the wonderful people in the Ministry of Health. They have done extraordinary work, working around the clock for the last 2 years for the people of Ontario. Thank you for your incredible service. Thank you to the wonderful people in our healthcare system who have done their extraordinary work for the past 2 years. And thank you to my team at Queen's Park, the people that I've worked with directly for the past 2 years. I can't name all of you, but you all know who you are. But there is one person that I specifically want to thank, and that's my Chief of Staff, Heather Watt. We've been a team since day one, and I know that I could not have done this work without her. So thank you, Heather, and thank you to the amazing, wonderful team of people that I've worked with. And I really feel that all of the people in healthcare across the province of Ontario, we all have worked as a team for the past 2 years, and every part of the team is important. So thank you to everyone here at Sunnybrook, from hospitals across Ontario and everyone in our healthcare system. It has truly been a pleasure and an honor to work with you. Thank you.
when you look back, what are you going to look back as your biggest accomplishment? What are you going to look back and say, I did that, or I built that?
Well, I've been fortunate that despite the pandemic, which was certainly a big job in and of itself, I'm very pleased with the roadmap to wellness, our work together in creating a connected mental health and addiction system. And of course, we're also standing in front of the Hurvitz Center for brain work. That is incredibly important. Great innovations that are happening here in Ontario, and I'm very pleased that we were able to help with that. I'm also very proud that we were able to create Ontario Health, and the fact that it had been created as one unit by the time the pandemic struck us. Instead of having to deal with 14 different organizations, we had one organization, Ontario Health, that took the helm and was able to roll out the things that we had to deal with right away, the testing, all of the other work that we had to do, case and contact management, and then of course the vaccine rollout. So there are many things that we've all worked on together that I'm very pleased about, and I know that work will continue into the future.
You've been in the wheelhouse of the largest ministry and the most traumatic times that history has shown in Ontario. What was that like personally to be dealing with COVID and being in the wheelhouse?
Well, I would say, like everyone else in healthcare, I can't complain because people were working around the clock shifts, but it's tiring, of course, but you keep going. And there were many ups and downs, as you know, but I'm very pleased that we're in the situation where we are now. Hopefully our case counts will continue to go down, and the people of Ontario will be able to go back to their lives as they were before the pandemic.
You're very active. You've always been very active. What's your next step? What are you going to do next?
What am I going to do next? Well, yes, I probably will after once the election happens. I will take some time off, but I'm looking at some other possibilities in the private sector. But I also want to continue to do more work helping the people of Ontario in a different way, not in a government way, but serving in a different capacity.
What's it like being in politics, being a politician? I know there's ups and downs, but personally, what are you going to remember most about being a politician? What you're not going to you want to wash away and not remember?
What I remember very well and very fondly, being a politician, because I got into politics in the first place because I wanted to make a difference. I saw that there were some gaps in healthcare and social services and working with people with special needs. That's always been a passion for me. That's why I got involved, and being able to try and help make a positive difference has been very, very important to me, and I'm so grateful to the people of first Whitby, Oshawa, and then Newmarket, Aurora, that elected me and gave me that opportunity.
What do you have to say to a person that's entering politics or just newly into the political field, or thinks they should get involved in politics?
I think it's really important to get into politics to have a passion for something that really gets you up in the morning and makes you want to make a difference, because you have a very, very rare opportunity to do that. It is a great honor. It is a great responsibility, and you need to do whatever you can do to make your time there count. And so get into it. Don't stop. Follow your passion and make a difference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just want to say, Christine's such a humble person. She's humble. You know, her resume goes pages and pages deep, and I'm not speaking for Christine here. You know, you asked what she'd be doing. I don't know. I know she wants to spend time with the family, but I'll tell you, there's so many CEOs I've talked to. And sorry, I'm tooting your own horn here, Christine. There's so many CEOs out there of big corporations that always tell me we need super bright, passionate women to sit on the boards. You aren't going to find a brighter, more passionate person to sit on any board than Christine Elliott. She has my full endorsement, and what an asset that Christine would be to any corporation out there. And again, I just want to thank you, Christine, and just an incredible person, incredible friend. So thank you again.
And Mr.
Well, you can never, replace someone like Christine with her qualities. She has big shoes to fill, and I feel moving forward, and I know Christine has met quite a few of the new candidates. I can honestly say we have a better slate now than we did from the previous, and we have an all-star team, but we're just making it better. But no one's going to be able to fill Christine's shoes 100%. But Christine's always a phone call away, and we'll always be best pals. And do you know what's ironic? I don't know what sometimes the media writes stuff, and maybe they didn't. I can honestly say, from the day she became my deputy, we've never had a disagreement, even throughout the pandemic. She shares her ideas, I share mine. Christine's the expert in health. I look at the economy, and that's the way it's been. And I'm just so grateful for her leadership throughout the pandemic. Second to none. I just think the absolute world of Christine, and I'm glad, I'm proud of Dawn, and that was a choice that Christine came in, and then we chatted, and who better to represent Christine's riding than someone that she's endorsing, someone that has been in the riding for years, that knows the riding, knows the people, and we just look forward to getting out and door knocking for Dawn together. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Whereabouts?